Hi friends! So I feel like every week I'm trying to slide into my vlog like, new things, new place, just do your best, yeah. But I tried a new thing again. I went to 2 dance classes this week, 2, and I did try my best, and I'm not sorry about it. Trying to do things and meet new people when you live in a new city and work from home is kind of tough, so I found a studio in my neighborhood and I signed up. I went to a West African dance class, which was dope. It was the most fun, and they had live drummers, and I somehow got invited to a funeral, so I think I'm in. I also went to a ballet class, which was like 70% more intimidating, and I also somehow am like 22% worse at ballet, even though I used to teach it to children. But I survived. My favorite thing in college, now stay with me, was to go running in the evenings or the early mornings and watch for bunnies. It shouldn't have surprised me, I guess, to see all these rabbits inhabiting this one large patch of green space in the middle of downtown Milwaukee, but it always did. It wasn't so much that they were there, but how they were there. Bunnies have kind of a presence, you know? You can see the moment where they hear your footfalls coming towards them, and every little muscle in their tiny bodies just seizes up. But even as you move towards them, the rabbits never moved. They look you right in the eye with equal measures, terror and defiance, and just wait for you to pass them to resume just running around, I guess. That same semester that I started noticing rabbits, I was taking a statistics class for people who don't math. And our merciful professor, being a fan of other disciplines as well, would allow students to perform a talent in front of the class for extra credit points. I know it was pretty weird, but the weirdest part was that after you did your talent, everybody in the class got to vote on whether you got 1, 2, or 3 extra percentage points on your next test. That was around the time when I was practicing guitar a ton, plus statistics for me was difficult AF, so some extra points seemed pretty attractive, and I signed up. For the next 2 weeks, I practiced my song over and over every day. But I'd never played for anyone before, and suddenly my first public performance was going to be in front of 100 of my most not having it peers on a Wednesday afternoon at 2:30. The night before, my hands were shaking so much I could barely hold the strings down. It's not like performing dance. Dance is easy because the house lights are down, so you can't see anybody there. You quite literally dance like no one is watching. But all I could think about was lifting my head up and seeing just rows upon amphitheatered rows of these North Face jacketed 19-year-olds under fluorescent lights, just judging. So I took a Post-it note and I doodled a little rabbit and glued it to the back of my guitar. I thought to myself, just focus right there and you won't even have to acknowledge that there's anyone else in the room. And on the day I performed for the class, I just stared at that little blue rabbit with equal measures, terror and defiance, and squeaked out my little song. I have zero memory of how it actually went down, just sitting in that plastic chair, and then after it was over, my professor saying, "I think we can all agree that that deserves 3 points. No need to vote." Which I didn't even end up needing, by the way, because I'll have you know that I got an A in statistics without the points. But new things, new places, try your best. I would really love if you told me a story of a time where you felt the footfalls of the scary thing coming towards you and you stayed there and you let it pass. Or you can tell me about something that you're still too afraid to do yet. And if at all you enjoyed this video, you can consider subscribing if you're so inclined. You can also find me on the social medias in the links below. I will see you next week. Goodbye.